reviews. So sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've been super busy, but going out or coming back with a big bang. I'm driving my first supercar on the channel, an Acura NSX. This thing is unbelievable, and I'm super excited to do this for you guys. Let's talk a little bit of a history about the NSX. So the first NSX was made in 1990. It was actually made, well, I guess not in conjunction, but Ayrton Senna helped develop that car, apparently. They helped tweak the suspension of the car. He helped kind of just refine the whole car over. Basically, NSX stands for New Sports Car Experimental, I believe it is, it's because it was such a big change from what Acura and Honda was doing before that. So it was kind of like, well, as you know, their new sports car. Obviously, now the NSX is a household name throughout the supercar and JDM community. The old NSXs are just, they look so nice, regarded at the time as one of the best. I think they were faster than Diablos or something. They're faster than some crazy supercar, and they're just such an impressive car for what it was. But yeah, NSX, definitely not a bad car in my books. Anyways, let's talk about performance. So this car has a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, not a V8, not a V12, V6, which means it's good on fuel, making 573 horsepower. But the owner of this car has had intercooler, downpipes, full exhaust. He's got some sort of tuning system, and he makes 680 horsepower. But if the tune is at the, I believe it's 100 octane gas or 98 octane gas, this car makes 720 crank horsepower. So look at McLaren per se. They're 720. There's 720 makes 720 horsepower. This is an NSX. That's all-wheel drive making the same power. That's very impressive. The transmission of this beautiful car, this car actually has a 9-speed dual clutch transmission, and like every other dual clutch transmission, bang, super fast shifting. I love dual clutch transmissions, but this car again has those paddles on the wheel. Anyways, I'll talk about more of that, but you know what, I'm getting used to them, so this time I'm actually not going to complain. Tons of power in this car, such an easy, super fast shifting transmission. Oh my god, unbelievable. Okay, stepping into the interior of this beautiful looking car, just have the door handles just like a Huracan. Love that. Welcomed by a very nice, beautiful red interior with a very nice sport Alcantara and leather seats. Love these seats. Stepping in, massive door sill, by the way. Ugh. Stepping in, closing door, very windy outside. You're met with this very nice steering wheel in, of course, carbon fiber everywhere, super race focused. Also known as the dash. Looks very unalive right now, but when I do the startup here in a second, you will see that come to life. Very nice. Love these paddle shifters, by the way. Metal, they feel super expensive. I love that. Oh, very expensive cars, so I hope they feel nice. Nice infotainment system too. You also have these Alcantara seats, as I said, super nice. Also love how those, well, I mean, that's pretty generic, but NSX on the I don't even know, the foot carpets, I guess, or the carpets at the bottom. Love this interior, super nice with the red seats. Absolutely love this interior. Super nice, very bespoke, nice Alcantara everywhere. The headliner is Alcantara, super nice. Okay, let's talk about practicality of the car. And yes, you can see I'm going towards the trunk, but it's not in there. There's no storage space in the trunk. In fact, it's only right here. That's all you get from an Acura NSX. 4.4 cubic feet of space. That's it. It's not too bad. I guess you can only hold your 1 or 2 luggage bags in there. I guess you have to take another car with you if you're going on a long trip. Anyways, yeah, that's honestly, I'm just going to be honest, that's kind of the worst practicality I've seen in any car as of yet, but you know what? It is a supercar, as you guys can see, so it is what it is. Okay, on to fuel economy. Very nice looking engine, by the way. Not too bad fuel economy at all, considering the car it is. Only coming with a 3.5 liter V6 engine. So 21 miles per gallon in the city, 22 miles per gallon on the highway, for a combined total of 21 miles per gallon. It's also equal to 11.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Not too bad, and that's very comparable to per se, a F80 M3, so not too bad at all considering the car. So comfort of this car, and I was actually very surprised of how comfortable this car is. Those sport Alcantara leather and Alcantara seats are so comfortable. Like, it feels like a regular GT car. Like, it doesn't feel like, I mean, at a comfort perspective, it doesn't feel uncomfortable like your regular supercar. Like, it feels just like a very well refined car. Like, I don't know. It's so comfortable. I don't know what to say. Alrighty, so what I don't like about this car, and there's not a ton of what I don't like about this car. It's really only like the certain plastics in certain areas. Like, everything is in these really nice brushed Alcantara, not brushed Alcantara, headliners Alcantara. Everything around you is pretty much Alcantara, and then you have the leather. But there's just like stuff like the door handles. That's all plastic. I don't really understand why they couldn't have made that. I don't know, some sort of aluminum or something, or maybe like a leather. I'm not really sure, but I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it really only in certain places is not that big of a deal. Okay, another thing I don't like about this car, and it's, again, this probably could just be from the modifications of the exhaust, but at about 2,000 RPM when you're driving around, just cruising around, it does drone quite a bit. Like, the exhaust drone quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can hear right there a little bit. You guys probably can't hear it, but the exhaust does drone a lot, and that's probably just because of the downpipes. And this thing is meant to be, you know, at 6,000 RPM plus, and not at 2,000 RPM. Like, this is a race car, you know. Like, this is meant to be on a track. It's meant to be pushed hard. So that's probably just from the modifications, but that's really the only two things, to be completely honest. Like, the seating arrangement of this car is really nice. The visibility for a supercar, I can completely see out the back. I mean, wow. I mean, you guys obviously hear that all in the positives, but there's not really much I don't like about this car, to be completely honest. Other than it is quite bumpy. That's about it. It's bumpy. It's got a little bit of plastic in the exhaust drones. That's about it. Yeah, I can't really complain. Okay, so what I do like about this car, I love the seating arrangement of this car. Like, it's just so nice. You're very, very, very low to the ground. And it's super driver's focused. Like the steering wheel, everything is super driver's focused. It's all very racy. Oh, guys are bumping around a little bit, sorry, but it's all very racy. I definitely do like that. Just the seating arrangement is perfect. Everything in the infotainment system is super easy to use. It's all Acura / Honda, so it's all very easy to use. Everything is very visible. Yeah, that's just one thing. Two more things. The visibility in this car is also amazing, considering the car that it is. I've driven other cars where you can't see anything out of them. Anything. You can actually see out the back window perfectly fine. I mean, you guys can even see there in the back window. You guys can see that it is very easy to look through, and that's kind of rare for a car of this thing. Also, the power. Now, this car is tuned, it has downpipes the whole bit, intercoolers, all the good stuff. And this car makes 680 horsepower on the daily, with everything, you know, dialed in, the engine or octane booster and everything. This makes it 720 horsepower, but it's very, very, very usable power. Like, I never feel like I'm getting my face ripped off. Like, I've driven other cars that actually have less power than this, that just feel a little bit scary. But this, here, I'm just gonna do a third gear pull from 3,000 RPM. It's a very quick car, but I don't feel like I'm getting, like, thrashed. I don't feel like I'm in danger. I still feel like the car is going to save me if anything goes wrong, and it will, because it's all electronics. But it's just extremely usable power, and really, I can't ask for anything more than that. In general, this is one of the best cars I've ever driven. I don't know if it's the best car I've ever driven, but it's one of the best cars I've ever driven, and I'm very, very impressed. Anyways, for my last point, I'm actually going to give this car a rocket rating. I give this car, honestly, an 8 out of 10. It's not my favorite car I've driven, but it's really, really high up there. Considering it's a supercar, this is insane. I thought there's going to be not worse, but just a little bit different. But I give this car an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the very first supercar on the Rockboy Review channel. I had a ton of fun reviewing this car. This car is one of the fastest cars I've ever driven, considering that it has 680 horsepower. It doesn't sound like a stupid amount, but when you actually sit here and drive this thing, it's nuts. But anyways, big thank you to Jack, the owner, for letting me review this car and all of his beautiful collection of cars. I'll obviously be putting all of his information, his Instagram, down into the description, but just a very, very big thanks on his behalf. Unbelievable car. Super shocking. I wasn't expecting it to be anything like what I experienced today. So yeah, I'm very grateful. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. As you guys know, it's my passion to drive these cars like this. Well, really any car, doesn't have to be supercars, but really any car. So I really appreciate you guys coming along for the journey, and of course doing all the YouTube stuff, and it really helps me out. But anyways, have an amazing day, everybody. Thank you very much, and just as I said, yeah, have an amazing day.